Here we go, folks. Case 240-0994. The courtroom just went live. And trust me, whenever a judge starts rattling off case numbers, that's basically the legal version of saying, buckle up, this is official business.
Okay, this is 24F00994 OM City of Southfield versus Cameron Graves.
Good afternoon, Judge. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Ms. Graves. Ms. Graves, station.
Okay, Ms. Graves, who is that with you? Who is that? Brazil? How old are you? How old are you? 2? Can she have a gift? Only if mom says it's okay. We keep these for little nice people like her. Hopefully they'll keep her quiet too. Okay, Ms. Graves, now you on the other hand are here.
Now, this is where things get serious. Probation violation. Translation, you got a second chance and the court is checking if you blew it. Think of it like being on parole with training wheels. If you mess it up, those wheels come off fast.
For a probation violation hearing, it's a disorderly person charge. So maximum penalty could be up to 90 days in jail. Oh, we got her talking. There she goes. 90 days in jail could be the maximum penalty on that. And you have a right to have a full hearing with your lawyer representing you. And at that hearing, the burden of proving the violation would be on Mr. Rivers there, the prosecution. And he would have to prove it by what we call the preponderance of the evidence, meaning the greater weight of the evidence would have to convince the court, sort of like 51 to 49%, more likely than not that you're in violation.
Did you catch that? The burden of proof is only preponderance of evidence. That means the prosecution doesn't need a slam dunk. Just 51% of the scale tipped in their favor. It's like winning by 1 point in overtime, but in court, that 1 point can land you in jail.
In the manner being claimed. So if we have a hearing and we find you guilty, or if you decide to waive your right to the hearing to plead guilty, that's when the penalty phase comes into play. You understand that? So the violation dates back to August 12th, 2025. And sometime prior to that date, it was alleged that you failed to report to probation as directed, failed to attend the counseling, failed to attend anger management, failed to complete 8 hours community service, and then failed to complete the 3-day work program and did not pay on your fines and costs. And right now, apparently, you paid some, so it's down to $1,005. So those are the allegations, and the counseling was the mental health counseling. So I'm sure you had a chance to talk it over, Mr. Westmoreland. How would she like to proceed?
Your Honor, and at this time, we've heard the witness.
Okay. All right. Is that right, Ms. Graves? Anybody force you or threaten you to make you give up your right to the hearing? Anybody promise anything to you? Are you waiving that right freely and voluntarily after talking to counsel? All right. So it's true then that you had not reported to probation. They say you missed July 23rd and August 12th. And is it also true you didn't go to mental health counseling, that you did not attend anger management? You went to 1 class out of 22 as of August 1st, and that you apparently did not do 8 hours of community service work, which is free, and that you did not complete 3 days in the work program or pay off the balance of your fines and costs, but you did pay $200 today. Is that all true? All right, then that's a good basis for the violation, and I will accept your plea, finding that it is really outstanding, voluntarily and knowingly made. Okay, what's going on with her?
Your Honor, she is on probation out of both department.
For what?
Leave it.
Oh boy.
Between the two courts, overwhelmed. As you can see, her answer fully does have built out in the next possible for her.
Whoa, reminder dropped. DUI fines are sky high. Not just money, but time, programs, and probation requirements. This is why so many defendants end up stuck. They can't pay, can't attend, and then it snowballs into more violations.
That's why you can't get a drunk driving case. You got a 2-year-old. You can't, and the fines and costs on drunk driving is through the roof anyway.
Your Honor, it's in lieu of any sort of jail time, I would just ask for, workforce.
She didn't do that. We gave her work program.
Today, she said it's only 2 days left. And I said that's better than doing no cuts. She said, I can still see my probation.
Well, what happened, Miss Grace? I mean, gee whiz. This was a disorderly person, and you had a few things to accomplish. I must have seen something else was going on here. You did have a few things. So let's see what happened. We sentenced you last December 11th, and it was a HYTA probation. Were you aware of that, Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
And so you weren't supposed to have a record. It was a domestic violence charge. Reduced down.
Somebody that was domestic to me too. I'll forget that.
I don't know that. All I know is you got charged. They didn't of this particular instance. So so that's why we ordered some things. And you weren't supposed to have a record. And who is Miguel Smith? He's not the baby's father. Okay, that's good. So I ordered the anger management. She's gonna get some mental health counseling. She was just not able to do any of this. So the recommendation is 5 days in jail, revoke the HYTA, refer her to collection, to terminate for probation. And they said, yes, she has no transportation, no money, she says. She's been on probation for almost since December and has accomplished none of her conditions. And that this is the second violation. And for the first violation, which was non-technical, this is a technical violation. And so for the first violation, of course, she didn't get anything major, apparently. Let's see what happened there. Well, I gave her 3 days in the work program and she didn't do that. And I kept the HYTA. Why do we have Farmington Hills?
So I was living at a room. That's the address. I live downtown, so I don't have no parking. It's hard coming all the way up here to Southwood.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Miss Grace. I mean, I've had people walk.
And here's the judge going motivational speaker mode. Translation. If one guy can walk through a snowstorm from Detroit to court, excuses about buses and rides start melting away. He's basically saying, if you value freedom, you'll crawl here if you have to.
I'm just saying, I've had people bike here. I had a gentleman walk from Detroit in a snowstorm, and one of the few days we were closed, and then he came back walking and explained to us that he had walked the first time. So my point is, if you value your freedom, there's a will, there's a way, and you get as much done as you can get done by any means necessary. I know it's hard, but you can't come do crimes out here and not expect to get something. And we gave you the best probation we could. A few things to accomplish. No record. That means a lot when you're a young mother, maybe looking for work or a better job, and not to have a record where people can see you as violent. This is the second violation, so it's not like we didn't give you opportunity. So now I'm stuck going, well, there's nothing left. Who helps you with your child? So, okay. So, Mr. Westmoreland, ain't the first time I've taken the child in and called protective services. I don't want to do that, though. Well, you just said you had nobody. Who could you call? They will keep her for a few days. Because your recommendation is 5 days. That's not 5 full days. I'm pretty sure they let you out 4. Maybe 3. But definitely 4. And you get full credit for the day you report in. So let's just say you went today. You get full credit for today. So today is what, Monday? Are you working even? Okay, so if you went today, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You'd be out before the weekend. Probably out Friday. They'll probably let you go first thing Friday morning.
Notice the calculation here. 5 days doesn't really mean 5. With credit for time served, she might be out in 3. That's practically a weekend getaway compared to a full-blown sentence. The judge is dangling the idea of a reset button instead of a hammer.
That's like a slap on the wrist for this, not doing anything. And of course, we have to take your HYTA away, so you're going to get the conviction. But even that's temporary, because if you can stay clean, not do anything, you can, once there's a statute involved and once the time frame for the statute is passed, you could probably apply to get this off your record. It's a disorderly person. It's not even an assaultive conviction. So you could still walk away down the road with no record. But, you got to get a little bit more resourceful. So you stop getting yourself in trouble, number one, because courts are going to give you orders and you're going to have to adhere to them. So let's try not to get in more trouble. But since you're already in trouble, you have things you got to do. You got to figure it out. You got to do. I know you're trying, but I'm just saying the extra miles, you got to go extra to just get out from under the court's jurisdiction. Because right here, you didn't do anything. That's the problem. So, who you gonna call? All right. Well, anything else, Mr. Westmoreland?
Your Honor,
Yeah. She can't get back here. She already told us that. So we can have somebody come get the baby today, let her be done so she can get out by the weekend. She can't, she's having trouble getting around. So, sentence of the court, she's going to do 5 days in Oakland County Jail. We're going to revoke the HYTA. We'll terminate the probation. And we'll refer her to collections for a payment plan on the money. And she owes 1005, and we can just get that down the road.
You're welcome.
A little bit at a time. I'm not going to even charge her any violation costs. Okay. I want you to look at this. It seems bad now, but I want you to look at this as an opportunity to just be done with this. Get your life straight. Make a life plan. And I know it's hard because juggling a child is difficult. But if you could get your plan together, you won't find yourself in this kind of problem ever again. So, yes, ma'am.
Still want to help.
Ma'am, I can't do anything else. You violated my orders twice. There's nothing left for me to do. You think I want to do this? No. You can't do anything I've asked you to do. You can't get around. You can't pay for nothing. You just can't. I'm stuck.
And there it is, the balancing act of justice. The judge doesn't want to lock her up, but he can't ignore repeated violations. So he strips away everything else, gives the lightest jail term possible, and hands her a shot at a fresh start. Question is, will she take it or end up back here again?
So this is what I'm going to do. Give you a minimum jail sentence. Just wipe everything else away so you don't have to do anything else, and give you the opportunity to have a fresh start before the end of the week. That's the best I can do. You got to do the rest and stay out of trouble. So that way you don't even have to worry about it. I don't feel good about this at all. But my orders do mean something. So, did she make a call? Okay, well, you can, sit over there till they come. She don't have to be locked up till they come. Okay. All right, thank you.